She fears imperfect art, but others' criticism scares her more than chips in bed. Claire's parents left her jewelry for a lifetime, at least better than her husband. She picked a dazzling ring for Alice. After all, her parents were as inseparable as workaholics, unlike her and her husband, whose separation felt like another. She wanted to film new scenes with her husband, but he insisted that tying her down would delay production, and she suspected he might have other co-stars head rub. Subtitle: She decided not to tell Claire about her flings. Alice comforted her, saying he might just be a temporarily unemployed guy. She tried to get close, but men always had all the unavoidable excuses, claiming syncing schedules was harder than planning a mission to Mars. Regardless of her arrangements, Alice just couldn't be present for herself, as her presence at home served as a household tripping hazard. In prison, her mother heard about her latest updates and thought Claire was just a graceful incompetent, really quite a burden on her part. Alice spotted her mother's last name on the dining table, realizing Claire had been secretly corresponding with her for ages. Clearly, the secrecy wasn't a strong suit. She told Claire to stay silent, not to reveal it. Per Mum's instructions, Alice took Claire to prison visiting. She engaged in a conversation with Claire for a while, and during this time, she clearly perceived a significant transformation in Claire's demeanor. Subsequently, Claire got into a fierce quarrel with her husband. Her husband insisted on not taking her along, and Claire, fed up with the women nagging like a broken record, decided to dump him for a more thrilling life. Alice was unhappy, blaming her mother. Claire changed upon contact, and she tucked Claire in at night. But when she woke up the next day, Claire was as cold as the leftovers in a fridge. She had secretly downed a bulk of sleeping pills. The loss of her husband was a crushing blow that felt utter. She was ultimately defeated by love, and not even scientific theories could save her. She found it hard to accept, seeing loved ones leave one by one, her heart growing as cold as a freezer. She returned to the prison-like children's service center, ignored Paul's greeting, and first thought of seeing her mother. She showed regret for Claire's death. Alice saw her mother as a fake sympathy overachiever. Due to her mother's words, Claire had taken the route to self-harm. Alice decided to sever all ties and vowed never to return to that house. Alice couldn't forgive her mother. The so-called love only drove her to the abyss. Her mother never envisioned her happiness. Her mother was jealous of everything she had, yet fate seemed to play pranks on her. Paul was about to hit adulthood and leave the service center for New. She wanted to take Alice along, but Alice wanted to be alone, feeling like a venomous snake meant to bite the good folks. Paul didn't push. After all, those who didn't want to leave wouldn't, even if the earth split in half. Once she was gone, Alice started to let herself go. Families with better means came to adopt her, yet she distanced herself, instead taking a liking to a poor Russian vendor and following him around. She hurt herself just to get back at her mother, and the girls around her were all social misfits, specializing in rummaging through dumpsters for fashion. They'd recycle unwanted clothes and sell them on the street, and yet the vendor displayed the clothes Claire had given Alice, turning it into a comeback fashion show. She was persuaded to sell one for a cool $100. Living in the vendor's house, she still hadn't forgotten her love for painting. The blurry woman lingered in her memories. She used her fading recollection to paint her likeness, yet couldn't retrieve that lost soul. She only knew her name, Annie. The dull paragraph acute acyrillic letter for I circumflex melt yawa downward spiral plus or minus acute 0 area. Paragraph acute I2 melt dot ogravi melt 3 melt life transformed her into a heavily made up tattooed problem girl. Her mother sent a lawyer to track her down, a court date looming ever closer, trying to get Alice to testify for her talk about stealing. The lawyer advised her not to be so cynical. People change, especially her loving mother. After much pondering, she followed the lawyer's advice to visit her mother in prison, and seeing her daughter a jaw-dropper that could rival any TV plot twist. Alice got straight to the point, asking her mother what script she wanted, deny killing Kinyon or not using fake poison. Mom didn't answer. She just wanted to swap out her face after getting out. Little did she know, Alice's next words would send chills down her spine. Turns out she didn't plan to testify falsely in court. Instead, she wanted to strike a deal with her mom, asking for secrets hidden under Mom's dusty rug. Reluctantly, her mother agreed. Dad's secrets emerged like an old film they met at a party. Alice, like a Barbie doll, was an accident, after which Dad flew solo, and Mom got tired of the babysitting gig, dumping her on the neighbors. She let the neighbor, Annie, babysit her for a year, and after that, Mom came back, unable to bear abandoning her daughter. Up until now, she still reminisces about the scenes from that year. It was the most correct decision she had ever made. Little Alice sat on the ground like an angel, waving at her, exclaiming, "Mom, I'm here to bring you warmth." Meanwhile, the movie called for an abrupt stop. A satisfying ending was clearly left for the viewers. "This is the value you've earned," Mom, it's about as valuable as Clark's revenge. If I could, I'd take back all the luck and transform into another version of me. Go ahead and tell me. You don't want me to verify these things. Just tell me you don't want me to do it like this. Tell me I'd pour your whole life into this to bring back the me of the past. This and forgetting about one single thing is merely one thing. You simply place it right here. Just put it right here. Mom walked into the courtroom. There she was in a white top, being escorted away by the police, truly a scene out of a TV drama. She didn't let Alice testify for her. She became more open-minded, thinking that perhaps giving her daughter freedom would be the greatest comfort. Alice watched her be led away in the car, feeling a complex mix in her heart, yet she knew her mother loved her. At this moment, the movie reached its grand finale, a piece adapted from a novel of the same name, well worth your attention. Much of the novel's content didn't make it to the screen. If you're intrigued, check out the original. Beneath the glamorous white exterior lies some real humor. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. More exciting content is on the way.